Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is the scene for Living World of Darkness. Werewolf venue. Wow, not seen you in 2 weeks. I'll do that to you, huh? Sam Sullivan, who has been around the sept, unlike me, has been hanging around the Karen Hart, working on some stuff. He's making some talons for Travis, and he's basically wrapping up the right and finishing it up. I'll make the roll sometime later during this scene. But I believe he is being approached by a Ren and a I don't know who you are. So
has Ren dragged Quintus along?
Sure, yeah, if you want to come in with her, that's totally fair. I mean, I don't think she'd probably drag him, but if she saw him, she'd probably mention that.
He's not walking after that fucking forge unless someone needs him to.
That's my roll for the talents. Okay.
So I'm gonna say that she was on her way to talk to Sam anyway, and probably heard the kin talking about Quintus holding up in the other forge, and was like, came over to be like, hey, you want to meet a Shadow Lord? Come see the Shadow Lord forge.
Well, carry me. Carry me the whole.
What?
Carry me the whole bridge guards. But he's coming.
Can you walk from forge to forge without leaving the protected areas of the sept?
I will point out that Shadow
hearing
Lord
him.
Forge is all the way in Staten Island. So
Oh shit! Is it?
that Shadow
We
Lord
are
is
not going there. No, we're not going there. We are meeting. We're meeting Sam somewhere else, somewhere warm.
Is there anywhere else Sam might be?
Homeboy, I'm the Garu here, and I'm by the Karen Hart.
Oh.
Sam could be persuaded to be elsewhere.
But Quintus will come dressed for war. In other words, he's dressed in winter clothes, and he has a lot of them. And he walks on a walking stick, so he's lame. So he hobbles his way over, along with Ren.
So Ren is coming to see Sam with a cripple Shadow Lord and a Shadow Lord kinfolk in tow.
Yes. And she is drinking hot chocolate, which she would have offered to Quintus if he wants it. The cup's very warm.
Holy shit, the new Facebook sound is annoying.
Yes, it is.
Christ.
Yes, it is.
We all hate it.
Yeah, he'll I gotta turn that sound off. I'm sorry, viewers, that this scene is so all over the place. He'll smile at Ren as she approaches, and he'll say, quiet sauce, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm tired. I've worked hard today.
Quintus would, stand respectfully in background before walking a little closer and half bow.
Kind of look over at the kinfolk.
Good evening.
Kind of tilt his head.
Of the Shadow Lord tribe. He nods respectfully.
What family do you belong to?
Repeat the question, please.
What family of the Shadow Lords do you belong to?
Obviously, there's some special family I should know about because I've not read that in depth about Shadow Lords.
If your character had like a lot of fucking pure breed, he might belong to a family.
No,
he doesn't have any pure breed, then he got shit.
No one. I'm just one of the. I have not connected to any of the important families. He chuckles a little. Yes.
You are one of
second generation. Second generation Shadow Lord. He shrugs.
Well, but as you know, our kinfolk are quite precious to us. My name is Samuel. His voice is Thunder Sullivan, also known as Witches of Lightning. If you need anything, as one of my kinsmen, I'd be glad to help you.
Sam,
Hmm.
you heard the howl about Natalia?
Oh, yes, I did.
Quintus, is the one Natalia was harassing.
Why was she harassing you? I will, marry you again if you give me white chocolate. Just to let you know.
No particular real reason. And how to put it? Aragabash made her do it, or talked her into it.
The Ragabash did not talk her into it. Your packmate has an impulse control problem, Sam.
Which one?
Well,
Natalia.
he did, because he suggested it, and she followed up on the suggestion. Oh, sorry. He bounced.
I don't know quite how to be polite about this, but do you think I could get a clearer picture painted here?
Ren kind of glances at Quintus and tips her head.
Well, I was sitting with Lady Napoli and some of the others, and then they decided the Gragabash known as Aaron suddenly decided to just ask her to punch me in the leg. I, at this point, with the help of Ren, he pointed Ren, tried to escape, and Natalie threw a rock after me, trying to hit my stick so I couldn't walk. She failed, but.
So, I'm sorry, one more time. Who was involved?
Aaron, the Glasswalker Ragabash, and Natalie, the Silver Fang.
Glasswalker Ragabash. You mean Aaron?
That's the one. Aaron took his knocks. He's apparently taken several knocks, which is something of a shame in my mind. Anyone who follows the advice of a Ragabash without questioning it, I think, deserves whatever comes to them. But Natalia, I'm worried, Sam.
He'll look at her, he'll nod. I'm waiting for her to go on.
Her judgment is poor. She's too impulsive and far too ready to beat up on those who can't protect themselves. With joy. But you should know that I believe Victoria's also taken a personal interest in this. Before you act, you might want to consult with her.
She is. I'm the alpha of her pack, so it is my responsibility to see to this. But he goes quiet. Unspoken words, you can tell, play behind his eyes. Basically, the thoughts in his head are impulsive, poor judgment, Silver Fang, duh. This doesn't surprise me. Oh, nod. I'll tell you thank you for coming to me with this. Although I have heard of it, I wanted a more direct recounting of what happened.
It was a rather long night. And I think the facts are not necessarily very I don't think the dry facts capture the situation very well.
You're sure they wanted just playing with him?
Ren shifts her stance and kind of cocks her head sideways and meets Sam's eyes so that she knows that he's looking at her. They were playing with him, Sam. They were playing with him like a cat plays with a mouse. That's the problem. even when I reminded them that our relations with our kinfolk are important. Natalia was determined to do him damage, even after it was clear I wouldn't allow her to punch him.
He'll think for a moment. His eyes basically watching into hers, not taking it so intently that he's bringing it to a stare down, but you can tell he's considering her words. Were he a Garu, I would tell him that it is his position as a Shadow Lord and his place to fend for himself in this matter. As he is one of our kin, though, it is our place to offer a modicum of protection. That being said, our kinfolk are still expected to have some measure of capability.
I think... Go ahead.
Quite the skeptical, if he knew, if he knew kind of expression for a second, but before it's normal.
Ren misses that expression. She's watching Sam very closely, and she's looking a little pissed. I think it's very important right now to be very sure that our kinfolk know they can trust us, especially after what happened with Vale. We have a responsibility.
He takes a step closer to her because she's getting pissed. Let me explain something very carefully to you, and I'm only going to do it once.
Of course, Raya.
Our kinfolk are very valued to our tribe. It is said that the Shadow Lords consider them almost more precious than the Fianna. But we do them no favor and no service from the lands that we come from and that we deal with, and not expecting them to... He'll think over his words carefully, because in German he's got the word like down pat perfect, but he has to think of it in English. There's a certain measure in which Grandfather Thunder expects strength, and he expects us, even our kin, to be able to stand for ourselves, much like Zephendria, but in a more... He'll kind of roll over his thoughts for a moment. How would you say it? It's a personal way. It's the strength of the conviction, the soul of...
It gets the same for seconds before it's back.
And the things that our tribe has to see and has to deal with. The things that others will not touch, look upon. Although I am very sad that my packmate took this route with him, I want to know what he is going to do himself to deal with it. So he'll look at Quintus.
To deal with it? So his body language just changes a little bit in some sort of manners. Considering that I have changed, that this incident has changed public opinion about said Garrett to in a very negative manner, considering that it's frowned upon to harass kinfolk, considering that the warder himself has been involved in this manner and has been very displeased. I don't think I need to do anything about it at the moment. Do you? I mean,
he'll think very closely.
Strength of the spirit manifests in a lot of ways. Dealing with the manner directly, especially when it's not your place to deal with it. It's not beneficial to anyone. It's my, it's not within my ability, nor in my place to judge the warriors of Gaia. He bows, half bows. But I can always take up matters with those that are in the place and have the ability to judge the warriors of Gaia for their deeds and misdeeds.
But do you have the conviction is the question.
He smiles a little to himself and there's not an issue here.
You have to understand something. Right now, I know almost nothing about you. I have heard a few things, here and there on the wind. But right now, all you have with me is your reputation, which to me is worthless. It is nothing.
If Ren had fur right now, her hackles would be all standing on end. She's standing very stiffly, very carefully, very correctly, staring very carefully anywhere but at Sam, but she is not moving a muscle while they talk. She is very angry.
My reputation. As someone that's new, my reputation is still growing. What I have contributed. While I cannot do anything physically to deal with the issue, I have done a lot of things to help the cause, the war. Okay. I have supplied the wormfoe with tools that he has deemed excellent. I've made mixtures that can even the playing field a little bit. He says after quite like a short moment of thinking, I can do things that will make my reputation far from worthless.
He seems bored with what you've offered as worthwhile. It's almost as though he basically lifts his fingers and begins inspecting his nails while you're talking.
Quintus doesn't seem to care. Just ask around a little bit, and you'll see I've made quite a little bit of an impression. Ren here, for example, has seen my work.
I just noticed something. Ren might be able to get what he's doing, actually. Ren might, I mean, you both can do it, but Ren, especially because she's getting so angry, might be able to get what Sam is doing right now.
With one success?
One success? Sam is basically treating Quintus very neutrally, or even kind of poking him a little bit, to get him to start offering shit about himself, which he's doing. He's starting to basically just divulge like a ton of stuff about himself, which is what Sam is wanting him to do. He's manipulating the fuck out of him, but he's a Shadow Lord, so of course, duh, he is. But
yeah.
Like,
if it keeps up, Ren, I might have to go frenzy.
They're all aware. This is the sport of Shadow Lords. Like, Curtis was aware of this already. It's only been offering.
They're like best friends, Shadow Lords. Yeah. They're like Shadow Lord best friends right now. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they are. Remember, he hasn't actually.
This is my brother, okay?
Yep, and like he has not actually said anything.
Oh,
not really.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been very vague about what he can do. And I've been working with Leah, for example. I've been helping the kin who are away. Supplying them. Yeah. I work in the forge. I make weapons. I have many ways to contribute, many ways to abilities to help that are common knowledge. wanted a spirit to guide me. I have many things going on my end, but not all. This one could share openly, I think. Anyway, he just seems bored after a while and just stops and starts inspecting his walking stick. That's, by the way, you can roll intelligence occult to recognize what kind of symbols he has on his walking stick, because it's like carved with lots of symbols.
Oh man, I took 2 dots in occult and I have not gotten to roll it the whole time. Hang on.
Oh well, I didn't botch, but
I said it several times. What?
I said I didn't botch, but I failed. So he's not paying attention to the stick. He's paying attention to you.
Yeah, you can always roll it again if you want to, at one difficulty higher, I think.
He's honestly more focused on you.
Yeah.
What's
MA,
the diff?
have you rolled?
Yeah, I have a diff of -3.
6.
So, all successes.
Why do you have a diff of
Rogers.
-3?
Because
That
I
doesn't
haven't.
work.
Totem.
Yeah. Between, no, just kidding. Just -1. That one
You
doesn't
can't
count.
have a difficulty of -1.
I'm sorry. I mean, the difficulty is reduced by 1. It doesn't matter. So, 3 successes. Go ahead and tell me about your staff.
3 successes. And
Well,
essentially
all about your staff.
there are Enochian deaths.
In Nokian?
Yeah, essentially it's a sort of language that's supposedly the language of angels and stuff. Used in a lot of occult secret societies.
Okay. Interesting. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Quintus has stopped.
Okay, so your character stopped and looks bored. Sam's demeanor doesn't change.
They're having a board off.
Still watching you. No, he's not bored. He's watching you.
Yes. Watching in return. Like,
Ren is not bored. She's watching neither of them, though she's listening very closely. She's just staring off at something on the forge, probably.
and I think when I've finished a little project of mine, I think you're going to see my close spirit friend around here soon enough. Not the way you would have expected necessarily, but yeah, you'll see. You'll see. He smiles a little bit and just taps his leg a little with the stick, just the useless one that's hanging, is just checking it a little bit.
And he's just looking.
Ren turns away. The silence is starting to get to her, and she turns away. I have things to do. Are you staying, or
I will stay for now.
She stops and turns and looks at Quintus. Can I P&E to see how he's doing?
How he's doing? Yes, of course. Someone is a little bit amused. Like, he's amused. He's thoroughly entertained by the situation, if anything.
Ren heads for the door.
Yeah.
Sam will say, "Hold on," and he'll trot over to her and step outside with her.
She closes the door behind them.
What's wrong? Like, entire fucking demeanor changes.
She turns and stares at him, and it's not a stare down. She's just like her expression is appalled. And if he looks like he's taking offense that a cub is giving him that look, she'll look away immediately, but she's appalled.
It's less offense and more just kind of like, what do? Explain. Like he's like, what is it?
Your packmate played with the kin like a cat plays with a mouse, and you're playing the same game. Are you letting the Silverfang teach your kin strength? That young man is very smart,
Yes.
and he's a valuable addition to the Sept. And you're pitting kin against Garou.
He'll take a deep breath.
You weren't here for Vale, but
No, I wasn't. It seems as though no one can escape that tale, but listen. I am not playing him like cat and mouse. I know it may seem that way, but our kinfolk right now are involved in things that are so dangerous that we can't even be involved in helping them. We have to know that they are stout, strong, maybe not of body, but of will and of mind. Shadow Lords are stern, and they are hard with each other. We do that because it is our way. It is the way that it's the fires of hell that forge us. I know that may seem strange to an outsider, but you have to understand, the first thing that I learned of this young man is that he had been taunted and bothered by someone and needed rescuing. So that I understand. It's not his fault. But imagine, if you will, you are dealing with a kinfolk that needs to be rescued. And you need to know, what of a liability are they to your tribe? Where do you put them? What do you do to protect them? And you need to see exactly the measure of their will, what a man of will they are. And you don't do that by showing someone your soft side.
Forgive me, Raya, but I have seen too many people use this young man for tests. I'm tired of us testing the faith of people who should be protected.
He is a Shadow Lord kin. The day we draw our first breath and choose to fall on the battle of Grandfather Thunder, we are tested. It is not a luxury we don't have. I understand that the children of Gaia it might be different. All are accepted, all are loved. But if he is a kin of Shadow Lords, then his will must be seen and measured. And I am a Shadow Lord. So if others have been testing his will and his measure, I don't care.
Sam, as your friend, I'm telling you, I think your timing sucks. If this doesn't end in tears, thank Gaia. It will be because that young man is very strong.
Timing is not a luxury we have.
That's not true. She stops and pulls herself back because she is not speaking as a cub to a Cleith, and she's gotten in trouble for that. She steps back and takes several deep breaths.
You know me. Would I be cruel to someone? No. But you see someone's will when it is pitted against your own. I know this is not the Child of Gaia way, but that is not a Child of Gaia kinfolk. That is a Shadow Lord kinfolk. And he is strong. I'll give it that. He has impressed me.
Are you going to expect him to defend himself as a Garou? Because that's what you're telling him now. You're going to make another Vale.
I don't expect him to defend himself as a Garou. That doesn't mean others don't.
No one should. Not in this Sept.
I understand that. My old friend. He'll kind of take a step forward and very gently put his hands on her shoulders, like very lightly, touching her as he's learned that she needs to be touched, basically. And he'll say, "It's me. You know that even among my tribe I am more moderate. But I do him no favors. If I don't treat him as all of the kin of our tribe are treated. And that is the way we are. That is the way we are. It is a hard road for all of us to fall under Grandfather Thunder's banner. I'm sorry for the fact that you see this, and it is not what you are used to. I genuinely am. But as I said, one's will is not shown to a man with a soft hand. Trust me, he is fine. He has not even taken offense to what I've said. He probably realizes what I'm doing. And, as I said, I see strength in him. He needs to continue to show it. The other thing we do not allow is for us to rest on our laurels. Always testing, always pushing, always proving yourself to Grandfather Thunder is the life we lead, even our kinfolk. And he, unfortunately, has a difficulty out the gate. I don't judge. Not very much. But he'll kind of roll his head for a moment. He moved his hands down. I don't expect him to be able to defend himself against the Garou. But right now, the kinfolk of the Sept are facing something we can't help them with. God only knows what. How can we protect them? We can't even protect them. So what do we do?
We harass the ones that aren't?
It's a difficult time, and this isn't something we can fix for them.
It is always a difficult time. He should know that this is a safe place for him. There's no reason the Sept shouldn't be a safe place for the kinfolk. Especially when they've done nothing wrong.
I agree. You wish me to be a little bit softer on him. A little more understanding is what you want.
I wish you to let him know that what happened to him was absolutely unacceptable.
It was unacceptable. I won't disagree to that. And in time, a lot of my packmate has already been dealt with.
I beg your pardon?
My packmate, she has been dealt with.
What do you mean?
The punishment she received.
What punishment has she received?
The story that Xavier said about her.
Ren straightens up and rubs a hand over her face and just suddenly looks completely exhausted. Her new name is a good warning to the rest of the kinfolk. I don't know that it is a punishment so much as an accurate description.
Right? Well, what has been done to take steps to punish her?
Are you asking?
Yes, you was a Philodox who was there. What have you done?
I came to you.
Oh, you come to me. Okay. So you want me to handle this, is what you're saying.
You are her pack leader.
Obviously. I just didn't know whether you were going to handle it or not. I didn't want to take it out of your hands.
Sam, I'm a cub.
He looks as though the opinions he has on that matter are many and cannot be covered right now in this short amount of time. He has things to do this week.
Her face, like, twists and she looks away. She's...
Well, fine. You're a cub. Then why don't you tell me what you think a proper punishment should be for disrespecting those beneath you? Obviously, that is the crime she has committed. Now, what do you think our punishment should be?
I think you should scare the shit out of her.
You know, if she had the rocks tumbling around upstairs...
Sorry, say that again?
If she had the rocks tumbling around upstairs, I'd take that route. But I'm, Don't think on it. It has to be something that teaches a lesson. I know what to do. I know what we will do.
I should
not.
tell you.
Oh?
I'm sure she thinks that she was following the orders of the Ragabash.
Well, then obviously he needs to be punished too, but I am not his pack alpha, so that...
Oh, he's been punished.
Alright.
It was a lapse in judgment on her part. She needs to know that she needs to have the rocks tumbling around upstairs. She can't be a fucking idiot. Not where the kin are involved. I'm sorry, Sam. It's been a long week.
It's fine, don't worry. I'll think. I'm of the opinion she needs to perform some rite of contrition.
I think that sounds entirely reasonable.
After that, I would say 1 month spent in service to the kin of the Sept, making sure that they are clothed and fed during these cold months. Is that reasonable?
If she can offer a rite of contrition that doesn't sound like a threat, I think that's very reasonable.
Can you perform this rite?
I beg your pardon?
Can you perform the rites of contrition?
I specialize in the rite of contrition, but I will not perform the rite for Natalia.
Excuse me?
I will not perform a rite of contrition for Natalia. I will teach her.
Last time I checked, I believe that it was the place of the Philodox for Sept to do their job.
Oh no. I will teach her to be contrite, but I will not be contrite on her behalf.
As I remember, all you have to do is perform the rite. You don't actually have to do the actions.
I think you do. I think that's what the rite is about. Out of character. Like,
Goldox, I don't know. I only have like 9 in my pack. He'll nod and he'll say, "Then will you please teach us the rite?"
she pulls a deep breath because she said she would. It's not going to be easy, but she will. And she just has to talk herself into it, but she does.
Volunteering yourself. He'll smile at her and he's like, "Yes, Meshin, child of Gaia." He'll smile at her.
Sorry, say that again. What did he say?
He said, "There's Meshin, ever the child of Gaia." He's complimenting her. Now, my dear, it seems as though you have taken a liking to our kinfolk. I take it he's in safe hands with you.
Gaia willing.
He'll nod. Is he your, have you, he doesn't know how to say it out of game.
She kind of frowns and isn't sure what he's asking.
I mean, he's a kinfolk, you're Garu. You should, your mate? Oh,
Sam, I'm a Metis.
yes, I know. What doesn't they've known?
There's no place for me taking a kinfolk as mate, even if he's lame.
And you already have someone. I forgot about that. I shit you not, that character forgot you were somebody. Let's pause on the irony that I forgot your character was with my character, actually. That's how fucking metagaming I'm not right now. I literally forgot that your character is with my character. Because I'm so in my own other character's head. That was the anti-metagaming right there.
If you want
he's
a
like,
peony, like the suggestion that she date a kinfolk she's offended.
like, he's all the offense on you right now, so we're not even gonna roll for it. You're having a rough week, aren't you? I'm sorry. I've said like 5 things tonight to set you on edge.
It's not your fault. It's a little your fault.
Yes, I was going to say, if you try to slide that one by me, we're going to have a problem. I don't think you are used to seeing me without a shadow lords, is what it is.
Honestly, if it were any other time, I would understand. This poor asshole.
I don't laugh like that, but
If you could have seen him standing there with 2 fucking Garu staring at him like a side of beef. Like he didn't even have a soul. It was... And then Callie... Sam, he has been poorly treated.
Who has claimed him and taken him as their under their protection?
I don't know. It might be Victoria. If it is, you should check with her.
Okay, no, I am not, no.
No,
But, yeah, no. If it's Victoria, all the more power to him. It's quite a woman.
I think he'll be fine. He needs to know.
Your bleeding heart. It's okay. I understand. lean over, and like he actually does kind of like press his forehead to hers playfully.
She just reaches up and gives him a big fucking hug.
He'll pick her up actually in the hug. He's like, "Don't worry, okay? I will help take care of him, and I understand where you're coming from. I understand where I am coming from, so our kinfolk are expected to keep pace with our tribe. We are a little. We have us and Fenrir. We don't like to admit that we're as close as we are.
Just don't let him think that you're gonna let the Silver Fang run all over him whenever she feels like putting her fist in somebody's dick.
He'll smack the door open, like kind of playfully, and he'll say, "Hey,
Yes.
come here."
Kudung. 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 He is walking. It's not like guiltily walking slowly like he's afraid. He's just taking his time.
I think he still has
Get out
Ren
the
hanging
door.
around his neck.
No. She steps back and just folds her arms over her chest.
Yeah, he'll look at Quintus.
Yes.
He'll look back at Ren, like, God damn it. And he'll look back at Quintus. What happened to you was not right. And I am sorry that you experienced that, especially so new into the Sept. And I vow that I will do everything I can to make sure that the Guard of the Sept respect you as one of our treasured members. Don't smile.
I've already working on that myself. I do appreciate the contribution, however. He half bows.
Ren no longer looks salty.
He turns to Ren and he's like, "You do not understand how insufferable our goddamn kinfolk are. I think they are everything. Little precious, I'm going to choke him, I swear to God. I'm going to fucking hang him from the rafters." He'll just fingers at him. Pretentious, patronizing kinfolk and like whole nation, I swear to God.
No, of course. I mean, and if he deserves it, he deserves it. I just won't see him treated like a side of meat.
I'm going to frighten you every fucking day you're here. You understand that, right? I'm going to find a way. You're going to wake up. Fear in your eyes. Because I love you. And he'll reach out and he'll pat his cheek. And you darling, darling thing.
I am sorry, I could not resist. Anyway, he came to his back. I do. Thank you for the kind words.
The last you will hear from me. Do you hear me? No more after this. Okay.
He says that.
I mean it. Our kinfolk are brought up on shadows, bile, and knives buried into each other's backs. You know the worst thing that we'd have to do to them is?
What's that?
He'll kind of walk over near him. And he'll basically just kind of look at him, like, closely. And he'll just, like, keep looking at him. As he gets closer and closer, like, just keep looking at him. Until he essentially bumps into him, like, very softly. He's like, and then he very quietly says to him, "I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you." Like, very softly.
Quintus seems
He's just
completely
in his space. Like, all in your fucking, like, he's touching you by this point. Like, in your personal space. Like, looking down at you.
I don't know if he's taller than Quintus, but
Oh, how tall is Quintus?
he's medium-sized tall. Like, he's not
Sam is 6'4".
Oh my god, my guy's
Rolling
just
his
6 foot.
intimidation. He's rolling his intimidation on your character.
Is he rolling his intimidation on my
Yes.
character?
And he has
It's
4 successes.
Do I need to roll willpower to his stat?
Yep.
Willpower, it would be 7. I think. It might be 8. Willpower. Yeah, it's 7. Piece of shit. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Well, I had more successes than that. I know that.
Now you
But
have,
you are
you have the 4
intimidated.
successes.
Yeah. Well, Ty goes to the defender, so yeah, he does actually stand his ground. Although they got into some serious for a second there. Sam will basically kind of will basically they seem to have a battle of the wills for a moment, and Sam will let off of them and kind of almost smirk at him and say, "No, yeah, he's a good one. He's strong. I'll give him that. He's got strong will."
Oh, if you knew.
You keep saying that. I'm going to torture it out of you. I'm going to tie you down. I'm going to put bamboo onto your fingers. If you keep saying that.
Ren just rubs a hand over her face. She's like, "Oh my god, I don't think I have the gnosis for Shadow Lords today."
Yes. Anyway, I do have the finalizing of a little project to attend. The result of which I think you will see soon enough. Now, have a good evening. He bows again.
Där Wiedersehen.
And he bows to Ren. And then he starts hobbling his way back to the forge.
The other forge.
The real one.
Ren just kind of bows back to him. And then she looks back at Sam.
You see, not so bad, huh?
No. Good luck.
Ugh, with what? All I'm doing is making talents today. If you need
No,
anything-
with Bullies the Week.
With what? Oh
Your
my god.
packmate.
Okay, all I have to do is just smack her with lightning until she stops moving. And then heal her and do it again. And then heal her and maybe do it again. If it were up to me, she should probably get a right of ostracism for the night. But that's kind of serious. So yeah, if you would... I have the right to call the judgment right here now, right? Enter punishment? Or do I have to go to like the Outer Philodox or some bullshit? Or because I am a Pag Alpha, do I have the right?
Oh, Sealy, when you're Pack Alpha, you can punish the pack mate at your discretion.
Okay.
As long as it doesn't reach the litany.
Yeah, you know what?
Honestly, I would check with Victoria to make sure she hasn't got plans for Natalia.
Okay.
But if Victoria says go for it, I think that it's entirely within your right.
Okay. Let me get on that then. Did I tell you? Yes, I told you. I told you I'm getting married. I think I told you like the day I got engaged.
What will you do about your pack house?
Oh, first, you know, we keep it for, you know, I'm looking into getting something with her now. Something small. We've been staying in my parents' house, but my house. We're looking into getting a little place. But, you know, we keep the pack house for, you know.
The pack?
The pack, yeah. We want to meet.
Renowned loss.
One place. I think Michael lives there full time. I think that is his house. But for me, I live with her, or I live with my parents. As I have to go and find Victoria.
And I have other things to do. I'll see you around.
I'm here.
No, Johnny froze.
Oh, Johnny froze.
Oh, almost.
She said, he said, when are you going to be able to do your rite of passage? Oh.
She just shrugs.
Okay. Then, I'll see you later, dear.
Have a good night. And she heads off after Quintus.
You didn't say have a good night, Samria.
What?
He said you didn't say have a good night, Samria, after her.
Have a good
Boyfriend.
night, Samria.
There we go. And he'll go back to work. I think with that we can end our scene. So thank you, watchers, for watching, and thank you, players, for playing, and all that good stuff.